Hey guys, Catlin here with your video for lesson 14 to help you get through your cooldowns. And we're matching these equations to three of its solutions. So these ordered pairs will make one of these equations true. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down my equation over here as kind of like a template, and we'll look and see which one of these might work. This one says that I've got to be able to multiply the x, which is the first number, by 1.5 and get the second one. So it's just a proportional relationship. So the x should be smaller and the y should be 1.5 times bigger. So this one is smaller, gets smaller. This one is smaller, gets bigger. So that one's possible. Smaller gets bigger, smaller gets bigger, smaller gets bigger. So it can't be 2, but it could be 1, 3, 4, 5. So let's try one of these and see if it works. If I take, to find out what y is, if I take 14, which is in the x place, and multiply it by 1.5, let's see what we get. Let's go to our calculator and see. 14 times 1.5. So 14 times 1.5, we get 21. And that's actually what that was supposed to give us. So that worked out just right. 1.5 times 14 was 21, which is the y. If we do 2 times that and 8 times that, we should get 3 and 12. So let's see what that happens. If we do 2 and 8 in the place of 14. So if that's a 2 instead, it's 3. And then the other one was 12 and 18. So let's see if that works. So if I put in 12, do I get 18? Yes. So I found the pair that works for that one. And that actually turns out to be the first one. So A matches 1. So I'm going to do a little match here. You guys go together. All right, let's work out a different one in a different color. So let's go to 2x plus 3y is 7. So 2x plus 3y equals 7. It looks like we're going to have fairly small numbers here because if I put 1 and 1 in there, that's going to be 5. So I'm not expecting very large numbers. Like, definitely wouldn't have expected those. The fractions could possibly. No, I don't think it's going to be fractional because those will get smaller. We need them kind of to be around 1. So numbers that are really close to 1 is what we're looking for. And this is a good start right here. Let's see if one of them works. Okay, let's try the one that doesn't have fractions in it. Let's try this one. Let's plug in 2 is -1 and 3 times 3. All right, so 2 and -1 have a product of -2, and 3 and 3 make 9. That one works. So let's try another one. 0 for x, nothing, and 3 times 2 and 1/3, that would be 6, and a third of 3 would be 2 or 1, so 7. Yeah. So this one appears to go with number 4. That one is a match for that one. I made 2. If I can make 2 of a match, I feel pretty confident about it. All right, let's do another one. Let's do another one. Let's go to a different color here. Let's go to blue. So x minus y is 4. All right, so we need numbers that are 4 apart from each other, essentially, where the first one's bigger and the second one's smaller. Bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller, all 4 apart from each other. You see? -3 and 7, 0 and 4, 1 and 5. They're all 4 apart. It can be fractional like that. These aren't 4 apart. 1 and 6 are 5 apart. So it's got to be number 2. And I could prove it with 0 minus -4. Put 0 in for x, -4 in for y. Add the opposite, and I would get 4. So that one works. That's pretty easy. All right, so one more, and we're going to just process of elimination on the last one. So let's do this one in a beautiful purple color. 3 times x is equal to y divided by 2. So 3x is equal to y divided by 2. So we take the y value, cut it in half, and it's the x value tripled. Ooh, a lot going on there. I'm not liking the fraction one, so I'm going to try this one first. And if it works, we'll be happy. And I'm going to use that one because it's got easy numbers. So 1 for x and 6 in y's place. Well, half of 6 is 3, and 3 times 1 is 3. So I feel pretty good about that one. Let's try one more just to be safe. Let's do this one. Let's do half. So half in x's place there. and then a 3 in y's place. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. What's half of 3? That's 1.5. And what's 3 divided by 2? That's half of 3 as well. So we're liking that one to match there. And by process of elimination, we didn't have to do anything with the silly fractions, but apparently this one's going to match number 3. So there we go. There's our matches there. Let's move on to the last part. We're going to fill out the table that has solutions for this equation. We're going to graph its line on the graph provided below. So 2x plus 3y is 6. We just had 2x plus 3y is 7. So we're kind of expecting answers that are going to be a lot like this one. But let's try to pick some x's. Oh, I've given you ones that are going to come out nice. So you're welcome. This particular one, we've got the equation 2x plus 3y is 6. And I'm telling you to put 0 in x's place. So that would look like this. And we can solve the rest for y. 3y is 6. What number times 3 is 6? Well, that's 2. So when x is 0, y is 2. So we know we're going to have 0, 2 on there, which would be right there. All right, let's do another one. Let's do when y is 0. Let's see what that turns out to be. So 2x plus 3 times 0 is 6. Well, this goes away. 2x is 6. What times 2 is 6? X is 3. So when y is 0, x is 3. So that would be the ordered pair 3, 0. Over 1, 2, 3. Nowhere up and down. We have enough to draw the line, but we do need to complete the table. So let's do a couple more for the table. All right. So what about when y is 1? So 2x plus 3 times 1 is 6. I'm replacing y with 1. And that gives me 3 equals 6 plus 2x. And we subtract 3 from both sides. 2x would equal 3. And to find out what number times 2 is 3, we would have to divide 3 by 2. So x equals 3 divided by 2, which is 1.5. So x is 1.5, which is there, and y is 2. Or, sorry, y was 1. So that would be right there. Fits on our line. Perfect. Last one that we have to do it in green. Running out of space, I'll try to squeeze it in over here. This time x is 6. So 2 times 6 plus 3y equals 6. That's our equation. X is getting replaced with 6. And 2 times 6 is 12. 12 plus 3y is 6. We would need to get rid of the 12 on both sides. So subtract 12, subtract 12. 3y would equal negative 6 because 6 minus 12 is negative 6. And then we would divide both sides by 3 to find out what our answer is. 3 times what is negative 6? And that something would have to be negative 2. So when x is 6, y is negative 2. And that fits on our line. So it all matches up. It all makes sense and makes a beautiful line that starts with a y-intercept of 2. And it looks like it has a slope of down 2 over 3, or negative 2/3. I'll add that on there just for funsies. Slope equals negative 2/3. Y-intercept here at 2. B equals 2. And that's all, guys. That should finish up your homework for the week. We do have a quiz on Thursday talking about slope-intercept form and equations and two variables, ordered pairs as answers. All that's coming up. See